Alrighty, it's time to do a little editing. Yeah, we're in version 10 of Chief for this garage, which has been the subject of several videos. And this is the latest incarnation after owner input. And as most owners are wont, they keep changing things. So here's the latest change. He wants to enlarge his dormer 2 feet. 2 feet, window there, deeper window, and a skinnier stair. So let's so this will be a video of how do you make some of these edits. Alrighty, let's start with the dormer stretch. From the plan, fortunately we have our guidelines, which are also our dimension lines, which we put the end of the 5.5 inch wall to. The carpenter always frames to the lumber. So that's what that is. So we can take this guideline, grab this guideline, grab this dimension, change that to 2'8", to change it to 2.8. That leaves us 2.8. Oh, we also wanted the overhang stretched, so we'll also stretch the overhang. That's a 2.8. So now we take this wall, this dormer wall, and we scooch it over till it snaps to our guideline, which is the nice thing about Chiefer. It does a nice snap. So I highly recommend it for, okay, now this roof needs to then go here. Oh, and we're missing this guy. Remember when we looked on the 3D, this wall was gone. So we can take this wall, Control C, Control V, put it here. Do a little whirling dervish there. And pop it there. And slide it there. Although we may want to flip. There. Now it's there. So now we have that wall. Let's see what that did in, I think in perspective, full overview. No, it's still doing some stuff because we haven't moved the wall over. We're going to need to move the wall over. So we move this over. Oh, we still no. There was an invisible wall here. All right, we're working on it. Okay, Marija, I was going to make this a video for everybody, but I think I've already done one of these. So this is the 3D view, and I'm working on editing, moving this over 2 feet. And the only way to do this, there's some, what happens when you start a project in Chief 9 and migrate it to 10, there's always some glitches, and especially with the very sophisticated algorithms to create a dormer that's cut off at the roof so that you don't see the walls going down inside. It's a very complex algorithm, and just gets goofed up between versions. So I'm pretty much hand building, like this is a little 1-inch material, solid polyline that closes off that invisible wall. That's just a solid polyline, 1 inch thick, with the material made to match that guy. So let me show you how to do the other side. Okay, we've done this side. Reduce that from 4.8 to 2.8. Now let's do this side. Easiest way, I always use guidelines, which are also my dimension lines. So I can pick my guideline, pick the dimension, 2'8", And now I can move the dimensions change accurately because I'm using guidelines. I'm not trying to snap to a wall. So even if I don't get it perfectly, my dimensions are perfect. And that's really what matters. So now let's find that invisible wall if we can grab it. Yeah, this is the issue with dimensions. So there is no wall there because that's open on the other side. If we switch this around, I think that's empty. Okay, I think I don't have walls there. I just have these little 1-inch guys there to close that off if I'm not mistaken. It's not a wall surface, that's a polyline to close off the dormer ends, and that's all we care about because this is for looks. All right, so I'm not even going to concern myself with the dashed line. This will be that will tell us what to do. We'll just use instead of trying to build a wall, let's not just use a box. And we know that we want the box to be 5.5 inch wide because that's the width of the studs in the United States. Hello, grab that box, will you? And we grab it. The line style is this dash line. Let's bounce it out to about 25 so it punches out a little bit more. And let's create a little transparency. Make sure that the fill style is transparent. Yeah, none, so that'll be good. So there's a 5.5 inch wall. Oh, is it 5.5? No, it's 14. We got to go 5.5. That's 5.5. Now we have a 5.5 inch wall, and we can stretch it. That's 5.5. Are you sure? Oh, this is because it's got all the other layers and whatnot. Let's just keep to our 5.5 inch designation, and we want it there. And since this is just text, and we do want it there, now that will read as the dormer edge in plan view, and we have a dimension there. And in the 3D view and the elevation view, we are stretching everything out to there to make that correct. This is the roof plane above the dormer. Here we've got it stretched out to 1. So now we'll grab it, go past that line, and get a little closer. If we want to be 1000% accurate, we can draw a line. Something's downloading in the background, so it's slowing this down. Take an end-to-end dimension from there to there. 1 0 3/4. We're pretty darn close, aren't we? Yeah, so we already have a dimension in one place. So if we want, we can just take this line here. We want a 1 foot overhang. That's what the owner wants. And now we have a 1 foot designation on that side as well. For the overhang matches that, the roof plane matches. So let's see what happens there. So there it is, that 1 foot overhang is now there. Now we got to stretch this guy so that it matches. That little 1 foot overhang creates more of a shadow line. And let me slide this back to the other monitor. It just disappeared. So now let's find this roof plane. See if we can pick it. That's the one we just edited. Let's find this roof plane. Tab. Where are you, Mr. Roof Plane? It's this roof plane right there. And we want it to go to this line. So we can just, if we really zoom, grab the handle and just go to that line. And there we go. And let's see if we can find that 3D view somewhere. Where is the 3D view? That's not it. There we go. that one right there. So now there it is, that 1 foot stretched out. And now we've got the dormer stretched out to where we want it to be so that it looks, it's not 100% a Chief thing. Now that wall needs to, this is not correct. That has to be scooched out as well. So let's work on that on the back side. So on this side, does it look right? On this side, that doesn't look right either. Both of those walls need to be scooched. That's right. We can just fill that in a little bit there. Or something's wacky here. We got to go in the attic space and delete this wall. Well, we'll worry about these little edits later. You'll see how this is just a difficult. You're absolutely right. This is a difficult deal. Not easy. Not something that that if you're not familiar with the program, you shouldn't mess with. These are automatically generated walls. You just snap it to there. Now it's fine. Take this guy, this empty guy. That's the corner guy. Let's go to here. And this wall. Come on there, dude. Let's stretch this guy. This might even clean up the facade. Stretch it to there. Let's take this guy. Let's delete it. Yes. Grab this guy there. And we're going to stretch that guy. Stretch, 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 stretch. Okay, yeah, we want to go all the way. Is that where we want it? I think so. All the way to... No. All the way to here, because that's the outside wall. All the way to here is where we want it. It matches that. And let's see if that cleaned up. This cleaned up some stuff. A little bit, yeah, that's clean. That's pretty clean. We can play with that to make that super clean, but that is what we want it to look like. So let's move this back to the other window. That's pretty darn good. That is what is happening in the attic space, the attic wall. And this is our designation. And you can see here, what I think I have an invisible wall. Yeah, I have an invisible wall that is the attic wall. And I think that's mucking everything up. Let's just move this invisible wall since that's just a... All right, let's see if we can scoot this guy. Scoot that invisible wall to on top of our two-dimensional 2D drafting. And now we've got this other goofy thing. This roof. What is this? I have no idea what that is. But that should go to the inside face. There. This is some weird translation thing between 9 and 10 when we copied it over. This is actually a hole in the polyline, and I'm not going to mess with that. It's working fine now. I'm not going to mess with it. It works. And then there's something weird going on there. If we line it up, it'll be better. There. I don't know if that cleaned anything up. Do we clean anything up? I'm not so sure. On the back side, do we clean anything up on the front side? There's that. Oh, we don't have this clean. This is that lower roof. This lower roof needs to be stretched to there. That's an issue. Yeah, hopefully that should clean things up. All right, let's take a look. See how that helped. Well, it helped a little bit. Let's see. Sort of, maybe. Did we go too far? We may have gone too far. The attic wall, we had an attic wall generate. We should get rid of this attic wall. It's automatically generate a little end piece. So we can delete that. Yes, we don't need this stupid thing. And there it goes. So we're much better. See, it creates these automatically generated walls, and then you have to manually delete them. You just got to play with the program to learn all the little workarounds. But though usually you need workarounds when you switch from versions. That's why it's really best to go clean. Start a project clean in one version, and it'll have no anomalies. Alrighty, there it is. That's looking better. That's looking more like what he wanted. Swooch and scooch it around there. That's looking good. That's there. I think we got the dormers pretty much under control. You know, this we can clean up with a little something or other. This we're missing. We got a hole there. There's a hole in Daddy's arm. All right. We can clean that up. Let's clean that up. Yeah, hello. Where's my cursor? I lost my cursor. Okay, let's just pick this window. I'm just going to drop it. I don't think that's the window. I think that's a line. Is that the window? Let's check. Go to our dialog box. And it is the window. And we like everything about it, except we don't like its height. Floor to top 80 is good. Let's go 36. That's a little nicer. 42 might be a bit much. 36 is nice. Let's see what 36 looks like. See if that's something that is aesthetically appealing. Take our cursor, move around. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that'll be a nice window. The other thing they didn't like is this. We're going to put a band across here. So why don't we do that now? Let's put that band across there and drag this. This is a polyline solid to indicate the detail sighting in the gable peak area. So let's put this back. Our cursor did not disappear on us. And now let's go to level 1. Let's go to the section view set. Section view. And that should show the sections. It's this elevation that we want. We want to work with the flat elevation. There it is. And I've got some extra stuff here. We want to do is we want to find the 10-foot line. So let's draw a line. I believe that is the 10-foot line, but let's take a dimension from there. That's our top of foundation. 9/11. We're pretty darn close to 10 feet. Let's make it 10 feet. Okay. Sorry. Use the wrong character. 10 feet. And there it is there. And if we snap it there, we're pretty close. Close enough. We're just kind of faking it in there. Now let's get a polyline solid working. So we go build, primitive, polyline solid. And if we really want to be accurate, let's just zoom in here. Snap on that line, found that line. Lovely how that works. That's what I really like about Chief. Intuitively snaps to the lines that you draw. It says, I bet you want to go here, don't you? Yes, sir, I do. And 9 is pretty close because that trim board, American Lumber, it's called a 2x10. And a 2x10 is actually 9 1/4. And if we really wanted to be nuts about it, we could go there and call that 9.25. And that is exactly how thick that trim board really is. The bottom of the trim board will be a 10. And we're going to wrap that trim board all the way around. It'll be a band board all the way around around here. So we'll have that band board go all the way around. And that'll hide the Z-clip. The Z-clip is a 10. These panels come in 10-foot panels. So it'll hide the joint between the panels. Here we'll have this panel here, the T111 panel. And so there's this guy. And what we can do is, oh, that's actually an attic wall. How about that? That's just an attic wall. What we can do is then we'll take this designation, say we want that material to go on this wall here, and there it is, because that's our second floor designation. And we don't have to worry about this darn thing. Why? We don't need this dimension anymore because we're not going there anymore. So we just delete that. Tab. You don't have to worry about that. TL111Z clip note can stay. That 9 1/4 note, we don't need that because this is a working drawing. Everyone knows that that's 9 1/4. So let's just delete that. And we don't need this little extra line either, do we? Cancel. Get rid of this guy. Come on, tab. 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 All right, well, it's not the end of the world if we have to keep it there, but I'd rather not. I can't find a way to grab it easily, and I hate spending time. And again, it's probably between the two versions. We have some wacky stuff. We want this material. Let's change the material. We can change the color, but it'll have this concrete texture. So we want to change the material, not just the color. We want to go from concrete to a color. Oh, Christ. I hit OK instead of. All right. Materials. Concrete. Select material. Plan material will have a list of materials that we're using. Let's go bright. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're calling it bright or bone. Let's go bright. So let's just remember we're going to use bright for that trim board. Very similar to bone. Yeah, see, it's a little brighter. You really can't tell. I don't know if I like that. Maybe that should be a meteor. This should be a bigger trim board. Looks very wimpy. We should make it a 2x12, which would make it 11. So let's make this 11. And let's just scooch that up. Hit. That looks like 2 steps. Goes on 1-inch increments. Or that looks like even 12. We can count the inches here. These are in 1 inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got to go back down 1. It's not going to be that big. It's going to be 11. Let's not worry about the 1/4 inch. Let's just make it 11. That looks that looks about right. That's a much nicer feel to the band board. So we'll use 2x12 band board, actual dimension 11 1/4. And that's what that is. He also wanted these overhangs need to go to 12. So we got to change that. So as long as we're thinking about it, let's do it. Let's go to the floor plan. Roof planes are on this level, I believe. And to make things simple, let's go to roof plan set. And really just gets rid of a lot of information. And let's see if we can find this roof plane, this dormer roof plane. There it is. You can see right there, it's right on the edge. And we want it to go 1 foot. He wants 1 foot. So to be accurate, and we need a dimension anyway, let's see if we can do it this way. End dimension. I go from face of stud to there. Oh, yes, that's fine. Let's display it in this view. And now let's pick that plane, pick that dimension, go to 1 foot, And there it is. Now we have 1 foot dormer overhang, which is what he wants. And now let's change it to the other side as long as we're thinking about it. Right now we go to 6 inches. So here, this is nice. We can tap this, and then we can point to that. I'm going to change it to 12. Tab. I don't really need the tab. And there it is. Now we have a foot. Oh, but that's foot from the inside. Is that right? No. Outside face to outside face. Yeah, outside face to outside face to outside face. So that's the correct dimension. And does it look right in 3D? Yes, sir. There we go. All right, these are the owner's edits. Okay. Okay. Getting there. What else did he want? We got that. We got the big window. Board all the way around. Deeper overhangs. Deeper overhangs on this side here. We don't have the deeper overhang that he wants a 2 foot overhang. And I think we're at a foot right now. So let's take a dimension, manual dimension. Face of the stud. Fortunately, Chief goes to stud faces. As the carpenter, that's what he measures from the face of the stud to the rafter overhang. 1'4". That's getting there. It's almost 2 feet. Let's give it 2 feet. 2 foot. Or even 30 inches. He may have even wanted 30 inches. Let's go for 2 feet. Yeah, 2 foot. 2 feet might even make it as big as, yeah, let's go 2.6. Make it a big guy. Let's go big. 2'6". All right, now we're talking. Now we got a big guy there. That's a 3 foot overhang, actually. Yeah, we should dimension that. Did we dimension that anywhere? I don't know. Let's dimension it. And then dimension there to there, close to 3 feet. It is 3 feet because it's snapping to the face of the siding, but not the stud face. So we should pick this dimension and move that point to the stud face, and now it's a 3 foot dimension, which is correct. And again, what I like to do, since I'm a lazy bum and I don't like to, just like to do stuff by eye, if Chief will let me, it's snap into the grid line. So you hit your control to not have it snap to the grid line, and then let go, and it lines up. And I'm not dimensioning that one. Might have some weird 64th dimension or something, but I don't care. And now we want to make 2.6 on this side. So let's go this. Oh, let's dimension that. End to end. There. There. We want 2'6". There. There. 2'6". There we go. Okay, that's good. And then let's be a lazy bum and just line her up. All right. If you really wanted to be 1000% accurate, you could dimension it, but I'm a lazy bum. That's pretty good. It probably is right on. I'm not going to mess with it. Okay, now let's take a look and see if that's what he's after. So he's got these big overhangs there. 12-inch overhangs top and bottom. Yeah, it's looking kind of overhangy. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All right. It's got some nicer proportions. I was worried about that 1 foot overhang just coming a little too much over the top of those dormer windows, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, this is what the man wants, so give the man what he wants. All right, let's work on our other dimensions, and we're almost there. Let's work on our other faces, and we're almost there. And hopefully you're not bored out of your mind yet. All right, let's get this out of the way. Go back to, instead of roof plan, section view set. And now you can see that. See if you go close up, you see that polyline there. We have it located exactly where we want it, so we can go Control C. And we have the material that we want, and we can put it on this face. Control V. Put it there. There's our Control V. What are these lines? Okay, not worried about it. There's our polyline, and there, snap it there. And we can just, and we'll edit this when we go to the sections. As long as we have this in place, and as long as it's here, let's go Control C, Control V, put it there, and then we're going to rotate this polyline. There, and then we're going to snap it to the wall face, which is there. Chief knows that that's what we want to do. And we can take Control C, copy that one. Now we're going to move it to the back, Control V, pop it there. And we're going to clean it up when we go to the elevations. We'll stretch it and where we want it to be. So right now it's short, whatever. So now we just go, we have our section view set. We're still in section view set. Let's go around. Let's go to this section, which is also the elevation view. There it is. There's our trim board right on the Z-clip. Z-clip. And there. Now I just make sure I cover up the edge, the edge of it there. And scooch this a little bit this way. And grab that, cover it up there. Okay, that's good. Now let's go back to our floor plan. We've got the back side, we got this side, we got, what side do we have? We got this side, this side. Let's take a look at this side. See, now that's things floating, lost in space. We want to slide that guy to right about an inch, just a little past there. It's actually an 1.5 inches. We're going to make it a 2x12, so to have some substantial meat to the trim board, so it doesn't warp. Trim boards really should be decent size, unless they're attached to a sub fascia. And here we can just do this. We want the attic wall to match the second floor wall. And there you go. We got that fill happening. That's what our customer wants. Something like that. And I think that does the job of all the edits that our guy wanted, and now you saw how we edit it. Hopefully that gives you some insights on what needs to happen. And then we're going to do a little layout present. Oh, we're going to clean this up. Let's clean that up. So let's go back to plan. Section. Double click on that to get our section view. Let's zoom. That means there's some weird, this is what happens with the versions. See, there's some weird stuff floating out in space here. So when you got to start clean. All right, there. You can also see that the T111 note is now, go a little past that guy. And scoot, go a little past that guy there. But more than likely the owner's probably going to run another band across there, so you don't see this little goofy thing. And so let's run that other band for him. Should we put a double band? Let's see what that double band, because that doesn't look nice, that little tiny little thing looking there. So let's see, what are we going to do? Okay, just at the front and the back, we're going to just do a double board here, a double band. We're just going to scooch that guy up until it dies somewhere in there. So it looks like that. I don't like the way that looks. Let's undo that. Undo that. I don't like that. Let's take this. Let's hit Control C, Control V. Pop it there. Okay, just put it right on top. So we have two trim boards, one right on top of the other. Let's take this trim board, pop it up here, put it there, or I don't know where that trim board actually is in space. It seems to hide. Let's take a look and see what happened in the 3D world. It's not this side. It's the other side. Okay, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, we just have a second board there. That's fine. If we want, we can run that double board. Yeah, that double board. Hello. That double board can also run another board there. Yep. Let's take a look further past that. We can clean that up. Oh, that could be the copy, and we move the original, and the copy got moved there. Now we're really fine-tuning a little bit. I would just do a double on this side, and I wouldn't even worry about any other side, because that's the side that the public sees, and why spend expensive trim anywhere else except for consistency. So let's see what happens. Let's do a double board. Yellow. Let's go back to our, what happened to our window guy? Camera. Let's go to camera. Pick the board. I won't pick it. Okay. Fine. We're going to do this from elevation views for each one of these. So this one is fine. That's fine. It still looks like this looks like a little out of whack, but it's not. Okay. Oh, I'm meandering. I usually try not to do that when I record videos. Sorry about that. Okay, let's edit this side here. Let's take this board, Control C, Control V, pop it up, and hopefully we grab the right one. We're just gonna pop it down, and we want it just to go underneath this trim board like that. That's all we really want it to do. What we could do is make this guy a little thicker. Just for grins, we're going to make this guy 2 inches, so that becomes a little shadow line across the front there. So it creates that sort of look as we wrap our self around, and that does the job. We've got all the overhang sizes that we want, windows that we want, and now let's close this view. And I'll say yes, update it to the elevation, to the layout view. I brought up the layout view. So we go to layout, being updated. Hello, layout. There it is. It shows up there. That's there. This needs to be updated. So we can double click on this. And we have not put our little double do deal there. Let's put a little double do. Control C, Control V. Pop it up. Yellow. Oh, it's sitting right on top, I assume, there. And we want to go right there, and we're going to make it a little thicker. Oh, scooch it a little higher. Scooch, scooch, scooch. Right there. And let's make it 2 inches thick to create the shadow line that we want. So this, wait a minute, that's still not thick enough. That should be, that's the wrong one. We made the wrong one thick. That should be 1. That is 1. Oh, that means that this guy's floating out in space is what's going on. This guy is what? So we got, so when the plan, these guys are floating further out than they should be. But you get the idea. I'm not going to get too crazy about it. And there's some extra thing floating here. What is this thing? I don't know. See what happens if we hit the delete key. Get rid of it. We're just going to leave this like this because and we don't need this dimension because we no longer are going there. We can figure out the area from the band. We got that. We got that. Going all the way around. This thing has changed quite a bit. Okay, that should help you out.